Hey, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Felicity Woodson, and you are tuning into Women Everywhere at IntellectualRadio.com. Check us out. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. Definitely check out the website, www.tvradiowe.com. You can check out all our archive videos and tune in because sometimes we, refer to past videos and we don't want you to be lost. So go check out the website, get caught up, and thank you for tuning in for today. And then everybody that is following us and has been supporting us the whole time, thank you. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate Intellectual Radio for having us. So what's going on? It's Sunday. We are here every Sunday, 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time. Shout out to all my Cali folks. Definitely have to say that all the time because I know they're out there supporting. But yeah, besides that, what's going on? I know today what's happening. Obviously, Miss Gigi is not here. However, she's off in the pageant world, doing beautiful things, looking beautiful, supporting. And she's actually a judge for a pageant today. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the same pageant I'll be attending right after today's show. Gigi's a little bit more, what is it? Pageantry is a little bit more than going to be a host. Preparation, I'm sure, for pageantry is a lot more intense. Makeup, trying to get that crown on, like the perfect place. Like, I wonder how that would look on my fro. A big crown. Gigi keeps trying to convince me to do a pageant. So maybe we'll see. We'll give it a try, See, maybe we can get a big crown on this big fro. That'd be funny. Have to hire a stylist. These stylists out there that specialize in putting big hats or crowns on big fros. Please contact me so I can properly prepare for this pageant Gigi keeps trying to convince me to do. But besides that, yeah, Miss Planetarian Scholarship Pageantry will be held today at Bridgeport Art Center from about 1, not 1. They're probably already there getting dressed. But the actual show will be starting at 4, I believe. And I'm not sure. I'm not going to say an ending time. But I believe it said 8 or 10, somewhere in between. But anyways, definitely check it out. The reason why, because these women out there, it's not just about beauty and glam and winning a crown. It's more than that. Definitely, like I said, it's Miss Planetarian Scholarship Pageantry. So these women that are going to be participating in this pageant tonight, or the proceeds of you purchasing a ticket, you supporting any of your donations, and this money is going to go to these winning women so that they can properly either attend education that they would like or spread the wealth among the community, because all these women out here are coming for a cause, whether that be for themselves to improve themselves, but also so that they can help improve communities. So definitely support that, and definitely support local businesses like Intellectual Radio. So if you are looking to be a host, do what I do, and I'll be 64, is it right? Like 64? 65 now, and counting. If you want to be a host, check them out. And yeah, definitely, it's just about supporting each other and being a part of the community. That's what I feel like it's about. Besides that, the Olympics 2016 Rio, what's going on with that? Are you guys tuning in? If you're not a sports fanatic, get past the whole sports thing. Look at how talented these individuals are coming into these events. Right now, I did a little bit of research, and if those that have not been tuning in, the USA is number one in the Olympics, and I think it said like 24 gold medals right now. There were some games going on last night when I had checked, so that could have increased. But if you're not tuning into the Olympic Games, definitely check out. Kind of reminded me of Hunger Games. Definitely has if you guys are definitely Hunger Games fans, but not sports fans, there's your connection. Olympics is almost like Hunger Games. So definitely check it out. Support our country, support the teams, just support the individuals that are coming out here that have been training all their lives to come out here and perform for our country. And for the other countries out there, definitely support them as well. I know there's probably a lot of controversy that's been spread around about the Olympics and the conditions of the area in which they're in. Um, like anything, do your research, see what's going on, see if there's any way that you can support these athletes, whether that be for the US or elsewhere. Just the fact that these people are coming out here to work hard and present their talent. And also, a lot of these athletes, they're not out here just being athletes. They are also have platforms too where they're trying to better themselves in the community. So definitely check that out. There's been a lot of first timers in the Olympic Games. The young woman that won the gold, first time, Black or African American, if you want to be politically correct. First African American woman that won the Olympics in swimming, gold medal, Simone Manuel. So definitely support these people. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of records being broken, a lot of historic things going on in the Olympic Games. So definitely support what's going on. So what else is going on? Let me know what's in Chicago. If you're supporting me in California, call me. Give me a call, 708-223-8953, and let me know, where should we be at? Obviously, we travel. That's why we are Women Everywhere, because we go to these different areas. We're here to support different communities, different activities going on, and we want to help you advertise, or we want to help you grow and network and do whatever adjective you want to use. We want to help you at the end of the day. And so get in contact with us. Like I said, we have a website, tvradiowe.com. Also, you can email us at tvradiowe@gmail.com. Tons of ways you can get a hold of us. We're on Facebook, of course, Instagram, all of that stuff. So get in contact with us. We would love to hear from you, and we would love to support you. I know that there are a couple events going on next week that I'd like to attend. We will be having a guest next week, so definitely tune in next week. We'll be talking with a photographer about his perspective on how maybe models should prepare, or also his perspective on how we connect in the community and network. So his name is Sujata, and he'll be on here. He has a lot of things, awesome things going on, and I would love to hear more about it, and I would love for you guys to hear more about it. So we're going to go on a break real quick, and when we come back, we'll talk about a little bit of stuff that I was getting into, some adventures, some fee adventures. Tune in, Women Everywhere at IntellectualRadio.com. Let's make love tonight. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Felicity Woodson with Women Everywhere here at Intellectual Radio. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for tuning back with us. If you have anything that's going on in whatever area you're at, we would like to talk about it. 708-223-8953. And if there's any topics particularly that you would like to discuss, shout out to us. Reach out and tell us. Let us know what's going on, and we'd like to help open that discussion up for you. Other than that, I was on an adventure yesterday, and I felt like today we'd talk about that. It would be perfect. Would fit in fitness, pageantry, world, fashion, all of that stuff, whatever. It's just my adventure was so awesome, and my experience was so great because it was needed. First of all. And so when you have one of those moments where you're like, man, this is definitely needed, whether that be some water, an ice cream, it just felt good to my soul. And so yesterday I was in the Fort Wayne, Indiana area, and I was at a pageant. No, excuse me, not a pageant. I'm going to a pageant today. That's what I keep thinking about. Pageant world, pageant. Pageant after this, I have to get in pageant mood. I might do this pageant Gigi's trying to convince me to do. I'm going to work on a platform. I want to work on something that something really meaningful for me. That's when you'll see me in the pageant world. But other than that, sorry, back to the Fort Wayne, Indiana workshop that I was at. Myself and another model, her name is Monica Coco, and you can find her on Facebook, and she invited me out, like, hey, what are you doing Saturday? I got invited to go to this model workshop, take some pictures. If you're free, come out with me. And I always like those invites because they're like completely random, and I originally had plans. And it was just one of those moments where I just said, like, no, I need to do some self-care. Like, I need to take some time for myself. And so totally took the offer and said, yeah, I'm going to go to this model workshop. I haven't taken some pictures in a while. And why not build my portfolio, try new things, a new area, network with new people. Let's go. So we took the trip. We drove out there. It was a nice drive. I always like driving, but even more so because I've been driving more with a lot of my work and the community outreach that I do with health and wellness. It's nice to just sit in the passenger seat and just relax and look at the scenery. Oh, look, there's a horse. Or we're going to Indiana, so there's a lot of ranches. And it was just nice. And so we get out there to the area where the studio and the workshop was being held. And it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different stations set up with 6 different photographers. And because one of the stations was a lot larger as well, that station was for a couple dual photographer business. And so it was really awesome to see like the whole dynamic, how people have the setup. And what I really love about going to model workshops, or just any type of workshops, anything, any kind of event, is I always like to look at the production of things. How smoothly are things being ran? How are things being set up? How could things be set up better to make the functionality and the efficiency of the event happen? So that's kind of like where my brain goes. And so I really enjoyed, we were asked to come with hair and makeup done. Of course, when you get there after driving and all that stuff, you have to do your little touch-ups, your little powder, put the bobby pin right here. And then, of course, you're changing, so that stuff happens. So we came, me and Monica and her daughter. Her daughter's so beautiful. She came and drove with us. And so we were all ready. Multiple outfits. I always come prepared, overly prepared. I'd rather be overly prepared than underprepared. And so I'm trying to decide what outfit I'm going to wear first and who I'm going to be set up first. And like I said, I like to look at the production of things. And I've been in the industry a little bit enough to experience different events, different people, different photographers. So I can compare and contrast pros and cons and all of that stuff. And so what I really love about going to any workshop or any event is you're always coming into contact with a new person, the network side of going to events. And each photographer, just like each model, each designer, each individual has their own unique style. And so, of course, for me, I've been able to experience enough so that I can say, okay, well, where am I going to be put first? Because based on that person's style, I would like to talk to that photographer. Based on that person's style, I would like to prepare my outfit. Why not? Why put yourself, if you have a photographer that might do better with headshots, you might want to put a more simple blouse or something that maybe brightens your face, or you want to add certain makeup or whatever, you pull your hair back because this is the area in which you're going to be taken. And so this is how my process of being a model has gone into depth, is looking at not just going up in front of a camera and posing. It's an artistry behind what everybody does, whatever career that is. And so decided when I'm going to give him first outfit. And first time, did a soft little cowgirl Western look. I saw one of the pictures, well, I seen all the pictures in which I took, but one of the pictures that was kind of published, not maybe for the public, but for my eye and the other ladies and the other people that were unable to see the pictures. And so it was really great because the first 2 people that I went to see was a quick headshot and then more torso. And they both had different styles, which is awesome because I have now 2 looks with 2 different styles of photographers. And it's so interesting how just that factor could change a picture in any which way. The lighting, the definition, the detail, whatever that be, because each photographer might have different lenses, different advances in camera and equipment, lighting, all of that stuff. And so the person that was holding the event, his name was Mark Tuffley, And him and his wife, Mary, great couple. They weren't the only power couple photographers. Excuse me, there was a second power couple photographers there, but they were great hosts. It was a lovely venue. I was able to work with him and then his wife. They were side by side, and it was kind of cool because she got to pick up the camera, and Mark was saying that he normally has her as the, I'm not going to say assistant, but the mastermind. I'm going to say the mastermind, because the person that does, hey, come here, your bobby pin is out of the way, or take this off, or put this on, or oh, your tag is sticking out, or I need to pull or hold this drape or this backdrop a little higher for the photographer. And so the mastermind behind with her and allow her to feel good and take a couple of pictures when she hadn't done that in a long time. And so I tried a new look with her, did a oriental blue silky, kind of like this cover right here. And it was a nice little robe. First time I've ever played with a robe, so that was also really nice. Another two first. Then my third look was for Sugar Coma Clothing, and that was great. It was real bright, real metallic. My makeup, my hair was real bright. I can't wait for you guys to see the pictures. And it was really fun because the photographer at that station, he was fairly new, and this was his first time really working with lighting. And so he had so many different equipments as far as lighting, and it was interesting how he played with that lighting when I had a multiple color backdrop, and how he played with the lighting where now I'm the only person standing out. There's no white, it's just black and me and my colors. And so it was really cool to experience that. My next station was with a individual, the second dual power couple. They were really great. They played with a couple of different things, and it was nice because I got to revisit a look that I haven't really played with the way that I may have liked, or maybe I felt like, hey, why not? Let's try it again. Let's see if I could do a little bit of a better look. Or I always have that moment where I go into a shoot or I write something, whatever, like I create. I think we kind of always do. We have that moment where we walk away from it, and you're like, oh man, I should have said this, or I should have did this, or it would have been really cool if I would have added this. And so I always have that moment. And so it was nice to be able to revisit a look that I really liked and have that moment. I was driving on my way here with that same look. Oh, I should have did this. That would have looked really cool. And so I always find myself towards the end of the shoot getting a little more loose, get a little wild, get a little more adventurous. And for me, regardless, as a model or anything I do, I try to be adventurous. And so the experience to be able to go and have different photographers experience different things, it was great. And so I encourage anybody, any model, any person in any career to try new things. And now, of course, like if it's one of those things like your gut feelings, like I don't feel comfortable with this, this is not right. Obviously, do not do it. If you feel that way, you feel that uncomfortable, if you question yourself, do not do it. But if a photographer, if somebody, or anything, if we're talking about the modeling industry, if anybody suggests something to you, if you don't have that gut feeling, give it a try. Maybe use what they suggest to you and add in your own little style, add in your own little touch so that it benefits you, because you never know. You might create this masterpiece that you were missing that one piece. They were like we all have that moment. Like there's this one thing, there's something missing. I have a few paintings that I've been working on, And I like to walk away from my paintings so that I could come back and revisit and see things that I may have not seen. And so you might find that like one missing piece that somebody suggests. So like trying new things and being adventurous. And so what I really liked about that workshop is each person, as far as photographers, each model, and I've been at a few different modeling workshops. It's very similar as far as the experience and the different people that has come out to these things. But each person is different, and you get to experience something different. And so when I go to things, I try to look at ways that I can, that was to dinner after. There was one person that kind of had to leave, but for the most part, we all got together and ate dinner together. And so we sat at this big round table where we could talk to each other, introduce each other. We played a game where we did the tell me two things about you. And so that was really great because I find with production in general, in any fast-paced environment, you're always moving around. You see these same people every day, even down to, like, I was just talking about it with Monica as we were driving to Indiana, that we see these same people all the time, or on our Facebook or Instagram or our social media, and we get into the same room as them, and one, we don't recognize them, but everything is so going on and everything is so crazy that we don't even have a chance to introduce ourselves formally or even talk to these people. And so it was really great to kind of have that experience and find out a little bit more about each individual. And I feel like every time I talk to a person, I take something away, just like I give something away. I might tell a person their hat looks nice, they have a nice smile, and that just made their day. And I just gave them something. I just gave them a good day. And it makes me feel good that I just gave them a good day. So it doesn't matter what it is, just having that, kind of share worthy experience and being able to be around and connect with other people is always great. So I definitely encourage people to go out and experience new people, experience different areas as far as like your career. Look in different areas. If you're not maybe excelling or feeling good at the position or the area you're at, it's okay. Even if it doesn't happen, just the idea that the start of putting the idea into motion, looking into another job, maybe even looking to apartments in different areas, different schools, just that aspect alone could improve your situation. Whether that said you told your boss you were looking for a new job and they decided they give you a promotion because now they know you're looking for a new job. And so you never really know. And so definitely what I took from that workshop is being able to take some time for myself to travel and look around and trying to experience different things or the same thing that I enjoy in different areas and try to meet different people, because obviously I'm from California. I'm from and I live in Chicago, but that doesn't mean I just have to stay in Chicago or California now. I still have the opportunity to go anywhere. And if you do have that opportunity, definitely try to take advantage of it. But now, it wouldn't be right if I didn't throw in a little bit of a health and wellness or a fitness aspect into this whole thing, besides us gathering together and having fellowship and just being with people and connecting with people. As I've said before, I'm in the fitness world where I teach group fitness classes. I do one-on-one group trainings. I do seminars with communities and talk about healthy living and different ways to start their journey and getting them started with fitness. So I do that on a daily basis. And fitness isn't one of those things where you do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or maybe only on the weekends when you have time. It becomes a lifestyle, and especially for me, it's how I make my income. But not just is that the reason why I'm in the industry. I thoroughly enjoy being able to work with these different people and help people reach goals in the physical aspect. Sometimes I have personal training sessions where I probably work the person out for 15 minutes and we've talked the whole time because I've now become their weekly therapist in some sort of way, or that be to take them out of the house and take them out of loneliness, or get them a little bit, or get them inspired to try something new or be adventurous. And so, just like I said, I give something just like I receive something. So on a daily basis, I'm always working out, I'm always moving. And in order to help people and teach other people and help people improve physically, but it helps me improve physically. And so the more I've worked out, the more that I've been training for myself with other people, the more classes that I teach, obviously, I become stronger in all of this stuff. And I'm starting to really see how my physical fitness fits in and with my modeling and being a artist in the modeling industry and wearing different clothes. And first of all, if you're a woman and you're modeling, most of the time you're wearing heels, 3 to 6 inch heels, depending on how tall you are naturally. Like, you don't do that on a daily basis. Some do. Some people wear heels all the time. There's no option. Gigi, she wears heels all the time. Don't know how she does it. I really don't. But there are some people that can. And most of the time, as a model, you don't. You're not wearing heels all the time. You're not walking a catwalk down the runway all the time. And it's kind of funny that really people think that. And so you're already off balance. And so the more that I've started to work with my senior citizens and balance and stability, I've started to see that when I go out and I put my heels on and do certain shoots and certain poses, that the same things that I was doing with my class has been helping me stay balanced on these 3-inch heels. And how I've been able to pick myself up or hold myself up in a certain position. Sometimes, if you're a model, if you don't know, photographer will go take, hold up, I didn't get that clearly, and you step down out of that position, you don't know what position it was unless you look back at it. And not always can you make yourself go back into that position. And so if you have that ability to hold yourself and have that strength, that balance to hold yourself, you have improved as a model. Now you can try new things, put yourself in different positions that maybe you didn't even know you could do. Maybe the photographer didn't know you could do. Or there's a space that the photographer really likes and he wants you to somehow, or she or whatever, wants you to somehow put yourself into this circular position. Like, fitness really has a thing. You see, if you look, I do a lot of looking at magazines, researching looking at America's Next Top Model, doing all these different things. Like if you go into fashion shows, looking and studying other people and how they walk, how they hold themselves. Like I said, pick and choose these share worthy opportunities. It's okay. I feel like sometimes I feel like I've come across some people that want to hoard their things and they don't want to share or give other people opportunity, or they don't want to tell their secrets because they're afraid that somebody else is going to take their idea and make it better. But that's not always the case. And if it is, like for me, I say like I've learned a lot from so and so. I give my accreditation, my credit where it's due, and definitely encourage all of those people out there that are linking up with different people, connecting and spending time featuring and helping other people's business grow. Give those people, give credit where there's due. And I feel like you help other people that hopefully you get that good karma. You're gonna look up one day at what you need. We're gonna take a break back and we'll talk a little bit about some other stuff that's going on. Stay tuned. Felicity Woodson, Women Everywhere at IntellectualRadio.com.
I never told you that I'm having the time of my life. You picture, I realize that you have been missing. I see you as a friend that I can confide in, but you're so much more to me, baby. I don't wanna keep it in. Ooh, don't go nowhere. Don't go, baby. Nowhere. Oh, don't go nowhere. I only want to love you. Yeah. Don't need to lose. It's what you need is already here. I won't take you for granted, baby. So bring your love near. You're strong, baby, but there's a tender side of you. I'll caress you gently, baby. Give you a love that's true. Don't go nowhere. Don't you ever go nowhere. Nowhere. Oh, don't go nowhere. I wanna love you. Whenever we're together, baby, there's no end to our laughter. I love you stronger, satisfying being in your arms. You're so right. You're so right. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. Don't go. I want you. Oh, no. Baby. I want to feel you. Baby. I want to love you. Baby. Don't you ever, don't ever go nowhere.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Everywhere at IntellectualRadio.com. Tune in with us every Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. Central Time. For all those people out there in the different areas that are supporting us, thank you. And if you're tuning in for the first time, check out the website. Tons of archive videos that you can check out because we do refer to those archive videos. So if you want to know what's going on and not be lost in our conversation, check those out. But if you're just tuning in with us, I was just talking about my modeling workshop experience, Fort Wayne, Indiana area, and how my fitness has started to really show in my modeling or as a model artist. I don't like to say model because I'm an artist in general. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, so you spit, you a rapper, you sing?" No, I paint. I, I'm a radio personality artist. Like this is an artistry. Like what people do, that's art. When people create something, that's art. And so myself as an artist, but when I go to these things, I haven't been to one in a long time, and so my fitness has really been showing in my experience as a model artist, an artist model, whatever you guys want to call it. And first off, I was saying, as far as being able to hold yourself in certain poses. Now, not only that, fitness has a lot more to do with just being able to hold yourself in some poses. Now, we can go into depth with the poses thing to utilize certain muscles to hold yourself. It's called isometric contractions, to be able to hold yourself or push your body and hold yourself against something or an object. It's interesting now because you see, I took the photographer I worked with. He asked me to get into a certain pose, and I'm very comfortable with myself. So I get into this certain pose, and the way that I'm sitting in the pose, it gives me this little like squishy skin, fat look, whatever. And the first thing he tells me, "Oh, don't worry about that. We'll take care of that." I wasn't even paying no mind because I'm comfortable with myself, and I'm somebody that really likes to observe my work, and I understand my body and certain movements of my body, and I like to be, as besides the hair and makeup aspect, as natural and me as possible. I don't want you to edit my picture where it looks like I have a smaller waist or a bigger bust or bigger hips than I do. Why? This is not me. Why did you ask me to take this picture then? You should have asked somebody with a bigger whatever or a smaller whatever, because that's not me. And so I really like to be able to do things that I feel comfortable in. And so, or I find that often the social construction and the idea and society's idea for so long of what a model looks like, you have to be skinny, you have to this and this and that, and all these standards of what a model's supposed to be, I totally throw all those out the way because I look at everybody differently, and I look at everybody's unique. And so I don't, and I like to be natural. And so when he said that, I was like, no, there's no point of that. But I was looking, when he showed me the picture, yeah, I still had this little skin roll. It looked like a fat roll. But if you really looked into the picture, you could see the muscle definition in my stomach. And that's one thing that I've really noticed, my improvements in my my photos and my poses and the different things that I create when I do these photo shoots, that I'm not having to worry about having to suck in my stomach so tight where I feel like I can't breathe and hold my position. Or I feel comfortable with myself where I don't feel like I need the person to edit or Photoshop something out. And I really started to see the importance of needing to be fit and needing to have a healthy lifestyle, eating healthy, not eating a bunch of junk, so that I'm not having to worry about, oh, I have a photo shoot tomorrow. I'm not going to eat anything, so my stomach looks smaller. And so I can be hungry all day and have an attitude. No, why? If you eat and take care of yourself all the time, you're not having to put yourself during these dangerous situations. You find models that come to workshops, and sometimes these workshops are a long time. This workshop, it was 6 girls, 6 models. So there was a model at every station while a photographer was taking pictures. So there was nobody waiting around to have their photo taken. And so that, I felt like that was one part of the workshop that went really smooth. But you find all these extra editing things needed. Like, no, it's not needed. Stop. Do what you need to do, or feel comfortable with yourself so that you're not asking for your image to be tainted in some way. And so definitely I would encourage people to look at the fitness and the wellness aspect of modeling. Those models out there that are tuning in right now, in the UK right now, they're banning anorexic models. You have to be a certain BMI in order to participate in certain runways now. And so I really enjoy that, being a fitness professional, seeing that they're starting to crack down on this socially constructed idea of what models are supposed to be: tall, skinny, and there's this big idea of don't feed the model. And I think that might be my campaign. Is going to be a hashtag feed the model, because there's this big thing is it's either don't feed the model or don't eat before a fashion show or don't eat before a shoot because it's going to make you look bloated. No, that's not the idea. It's what you eat. I've gone to tons of fashion shows, tons of workshops where they say we provide food, but you're providing cheap pizza and salty chips and pop. And these are items, if you look and research, that make you bloated, make your face make your face look greasy, tired, make you feel fatigued, tired. You see, I've seen tons of models go into a workshop and feels and look so worn out at the end of the day, and it's a matter of what you eat. So really look into that. As far as a photographer, as a host of an event, look at what you're feeding your models, your coworkers. If you're tired of having a lazy coworker or tired of having a lazy employee, look at the lunch you're providing them. I'm just saying. And that kind of goes into the topic that I've been really coming across, not only with my friends, not only with my friends, but a lot of different individuals in the health fairs that I attend. And is the idea of having a school course in elementary schools where they teach the kids how to grow plants, and each school has a school garden where it is part of the curriculum that each student at whatever grade in this elementary, or even every person, learns each year. As you grow older, you learn something more advanced with growing a plant. But there's this big thing going around right now, and a lot of the talk that I've been around as far as school systems implementing a curriculum where the students are now learning how to grow plants and harvest their own food. What do you guys think about that? Let me know. 708-223-8953. Let me know what you think. Myself, I totally think it's a great idea. I definitely think that this should be something that should be implemented into the school system. However, that kind of can go into a deep topic that if you guys get in contact with us on our website, we have a live social forum. We can talk about this next week, because this is opening up a deep subject. But it might open up as far as, obviously there has to be school system, budgeting, finances to do this. But could it cut costs? If you think about it, now these kids, if each grade level that can understand how to, at least if all the kindergartners are putting a seed into the cup and that's it, that's their contribution. Now, if each fifth grader is learning how to germinate the seed in order for the seed to grow and the plant to grow faster, then that's their contribution. Each level of grade level, it would get more advanced. But now each grade level is contributing to this garden on the school campus. We're talking about kid obesity. You have to look at what are kids eating. And a lot of times, think about it. What time do you guys go to school? I used to work for a daycare center. I used to go to school. Kids are being dropped off at daycares as early as 6:30. And that same kid or kids aren't being picked up until about 6:30 p.m. 6 p.m., 6:30. 6:30 might be like, yo, your kid, you're going to have to start picking up your kid on time or we're going to cut you that fee. Like, or, you know, you're going to get charged a late fee or whatever. Like, it might be one of those scenarios, but kids are being dropped off in daycares and at school for the most part a long time, most of their day. And so where are they eating most of their meals, their snacks? At school. And so now, if we're harvesting, teaching these children how to harvest, now we have a X amount of acres on school campus, each school campus of what does every school lunch have? Corn, potatoes, the different vegetables. We talk about there's tons of kids that aren't getting their proper nutrition, the proper vegetables in which they need. Here you go. Here's an opportunity for these kids, for these families to be able to have the resource, learn how to cook their own food. We can go into a whole topic. But if these kids are learning how to grow their own food, this food could be now transferred to the kitchen of that school to help feed those same kids that help plant that food. And now those kids, when they get older into middle school, high school, if this course is something that continues, which, like I said, it gets more advanced than just putting a seed into the dirt. And so as you're learning through your school years on how to properly plant a seed, harvest, reharvest food, and different things as far as planting your own food, your own resource, helping create a healthier society. I feel like these kids now learn how to grow their own food. And you don't see all this extra nonsense as far as these kid obesity. You see the school lunches. I don't know about you. If you have kids out there, talk to your kids about what they're eating. Or I think most of the time they give you a menu of what your kid is eating. I have a kid, a roommate, a friend that has a daughter that's 5 years old. A picky kid. Let's not go into that aspect if your kid is picky. But like, if this kid does or allergic to certain things, if these kids, this is the menu of what this kid is eating, and the kid doesn't like it, the kid is probably drinking their milk, probably eating the fruit, maybe some fruit snacks or something throughout the day. That's all the kid is eating. And so if we help teach these kids how to grow their food, how to cook food that is healthy and is tasteful but healthy. Now you can do that. A lot of people don't understand how you can do that, because whenever I come across a person that is starting to kind of get transitioned into like kind of that healthy lifestyle background or try to eat healthier, they always say, oh, it's disgusting, it's too bland. Well, this is the reason why it tastes disgusting and it's too bland, is because for years you've been eating food and your taste buds are used to certain food for so long that anything else that isn't soaked and drenched in salt or fat or whatever doesn't taste good because you're used to it. And you have to think about it like that. And so the moment you start retraining your taste buds, then you can start, your body will start allowing you to enjoy certain foods. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. I know we're going to be leaving out of here shortly, but still give us a call, 708-223-8953. If you think kids should be learning how to grow their own food, like I said, this is going to go into a big topic as far as the school system and budgets, but it could help lower some costs. Jump onto our news feed, what's going on as far as in our social sorry, social forum on our website, and let us know how you feel about it. We can go, like I said, we can talk about this next week or another week. I really feel like this is something we should go more into depth with, because I definitely think it would be beneficial for not only these kids, these families, the school system, and the government in general. The way that you eat definitely affects your health overall. A lot of people are sick because of their body doesn't have certain nutrients that they need. A lot of that breaks down to what you eat, what you put into your body. So I definitely think that we should talk about this a little bit more. Do your research. Come back to me with some informative stuff. I'd love to have a share-worthy moment with you. Please get in contact with us. We are Women Everywhere. TVRadioWE.com is the website. TVRadioWE@gmail.com is our contact email. And we both have personal page. Gigi's not here today. Just confirmed. I was looking on the Facebooks. She's at a back-to-school fashion show pre-shoot. She's launching a back-to-school line for you kids out there. So we were just talking about kids eating healthy. Kids need to dress good too and appropriate for their age. So if you have a kid out there that needs some clothes, instead of going to Kohl's, I know you're seeing that commercial. It's on like 6 times. Just go onto Gigi's website, Gigi.com, real easy. Check out some back-to-school stuff. But yeah, like I said, if you guys feel like you want to talk about something, let us know. If you guys have something that you want to share, want to talk about your business, your clothing line, your whatever, get in contact with us. We'd love to be around to support you, and we'd love to be a part of whatever you're doing. That's who we are. We're Women Everywhere. We are with Intellectual Radio. Shout out to Intellectual Radio. We love you. And I'm Felicity Woodson. Check me out, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. Flojo_Joe Fresh. Bye. You're strong, baby. But there's a tender side of you. I'll caress you gently.